The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats bursting out, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us once again. Tuesday night, turn 3. That's right. Superior Class Auto Racing presented by Mug Root Beer, live from Texas Motor Speedway. Gonna be one heck of a show tonight. 117 laps around this fast, full throttle, 1.5 mile D-shaped oval. Some like to call it a quad oval. I just call it a D-shaped oval. There you see it, count down to green. Almost at hand. Field will begin to grid up momentarily, and we will be set for showtime, basically. I mean, there's no other way to break it down or say it. So, I'm going to wait for the cars to all hit the grid here. There's your pace car out there, the Ford Mustang, getting ready to have the cars line up right behind them. Going to see if we have any of the drivers already out there gridding up just yet. There's most of the field, so we will go ahead and bring you your qualifying grid for today's race. Your starting lineup looks a little something like this. Pole position goes to the 5 of Mark Truxell. Outside row number 1, the 19 of Chris Mathis. Row number 2, the 46 of David Bradford, followed by the 7 of Hunter Kent. Row number 3, the 88 of Channing Ballou, and the 25 of Bobby Hamilton Jr. Row number 4, the 56 of Will Jones, and the 54 of Justin Napier. Row number 5, the 8 of Quentin Murdoch, and the 52 of Thomas McMullen. Row number 6, the 53 of Steve Murdoch, followed by the 23 of Mickey Spear. Row number 7, the 40 of Jeff Napier in the 83 of Jason Spear. Row number 8, the 32 of Daryl Spear, followed by the 86 of Colton Ansley. Row number 9, rounding out your field here tonight, the 71 of Alan Dufries. There you go. Your starting lineup is completed. We're set to go. Green flag racing here when the field comes back around. Man, oh man, it's going to be one heck of a show here tonight. I can pretty much guarantee you that. Whew. Man, long night ahead of us. 171 miles around this track here tonight. That's the amount of miles you're going to go in the 117 scheduled green flag laps here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. Pace car is off. Mark Truckle, your pole sitter, brings the field to the restart line. Green flag is out, and we are racing here at Texas Motor Speedway. Truxell off to a good start. Mathis falling a little bit behind. Bobby Hamilton Jr. jumps to the bottom behind that 88 of Channing Ballou, going down into turn 1 side by side with the 19 of Chris Mathis, as he is struggling to get that 19 machine going on the high side. Down the back stretch, still side by side for your top 4 positions. Mark Truxell on the inside, Chris Mathis on the outside, David Bradford right there on the outside as well. Hunter Kent. Ooh, yeah. Let's fix that. Calling out a couple wrong names here early in the race. Do apologize about that. A little bit newer to the field. Nonetheless, the racing action still live. 2-3 wide at times down this wide open back stretch. There you see him looking 3 wide again. That's for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. All right there, bunched up together. Front of the field starting to separate themselves just a little bit. Mark Truxell out to almost a 2/10 second lead over David Bradford. Channing Ballou in the 88 still riding in that 3rd position, right on that rear deck lid of the 46. A little bit further back through the field, around 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. There you see battle on track. 19 of Chris Mathis trying to make the pass on the 56 of Will Jones. Looks like he's going to have it at the stripe, but Jones fights back on the inside with help from Hunter Kent. Top 4 now skirting away from the field just a little bit early. Lap 4 out of 117 here tonight. Already seeing a little bit of separation. Here you see your front runners look a little further in the distance, and you will find from about 10th on back to 16th grouped up, running with each other in a little bit of, I guess what I would call a separate pack here. There you have them right back there. That's Jason Spear, Alan Dufries, Daryl Spear. All right there, running just a little bit behind the field. Not sure if they just didn't have a very good start to tonight's race, or if maybe this may be a little bit of strategy with the aero package as well as the new tire model being on these Monster Energy Cup cars. Could be just playing it safe, seeing how they feel until they have a chance to come down and make some adjustments on pit road. Maybe just trying to keep that fast repair in their pocket. Gonna jump back up front as the front 2 have begun to separate themselves a little bit more from your 3rd place runner, Bobby Hamilton Jr. in his 25 machine. Was able to make the pass on Channing Ballou for that 3rd position. Now your front 10 all single file down the back stretch, snaking just a little bit. Truxell trying to break the draft. Not really helping him very much with the amount of cars just behind them as he works his way off of turn 4 back to the line. Gonna put another lap lead in his pocket. Continue leading this race. Lap number 8 out of 117 here tonight for race number 8 in the Superior Class Auto Racing. league here on iRacing.com, world's #1 racing simulator. Battle now for 4th position as Channing Blue is falling back even further, giving way to the 7 of Hunter Kent. Hunter looking to see if he can go up there and challenge Hamilton Jr. Has a little bit of ground to make up to do that, but with the amount of cars still tucked in behind him, that can be done in just a handful of laps. Still wide open. Looking through the field, looks like all 16 cars are still running. Jeff Napier never took to the grid, or may have had something happen, being shown 3 laps down right now. Maybe a connection issue or missed the start. Could be a possibility, but he finds himself behind the 8 ball early here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. 117 laps, 108 still left to go as the leader, Mark Truxell, works his way back down the backstretch. Bradford in tow, Hamilton Jr. just behind them. 4th position, the 7 of Hunter Kent. Channing Blue's right there as well. 6th place goes to Will Jones. Justin Napier in the 54 running in 7th. Chris Matthews in 8th. 9th is Quentin Murdoch, and Steve Murdoch rounds out your top 10. And I tell you what, why it's so good, let's go ahead and give the opportunity to give you a little bit of, well, you know what I like, shut up and race. And there you go. If you don't like that kind of racing, well, you know what Kyle Busch said. Anyways, Mark Truxell still leading your field. Battle for 3rd position now underway as Bobby Hamilton Jr. was able to make his way up and around the 46 of David Bradford. Hunter Kent used that opportunity to slide himself into that 3rd position and force Bradford all the way back to 4th. Small battles all throughout the field. 1 and 2 car battles. There you see them on track. A little bit of a gap. Then you get like a 2-car little group. A little bit of a gap. 2-car group. We'll see if any of these drivers decide to possibly tandem draft to get up and challenge one of these front runners, as Bobby Hamilton Jr. looks like he has been able to close a little bit of the distance over the past 2 laps. Still has almost 0.2 of a second to overcome. We'll have to wait, watch, and see if he is able to make that happen. Still green flag here as we cross the line, that time taking lap 16 out of 117 here tonight. Field slowly beginning to spread themselves out. Bobby Hamilton Jr. is slowly closing in. David Bradford has not let go of that rear deck lid of the 7 of Hunter Kent ever since he was able, Hunter that is, to get by Bradford. Will Jones and his 56 machine sniffing at the edge of that top 5, trying to put Channing Blue in that 88, who had a strong start, a little further back in the field, back to the 6th position. as they run on track right now. Still trying to keep my eye on everything. Looks like Jason Spear has given up a little, one or two positions here in the past 2 or 3 laps. Alan DeFries on the outside, trying to maintain that position on the 83. Spear goes to the bottom, comes back up to the top out of 4, takes the position away, moves Spear to 11th. And up at the front, Bobby Hamilton Jr. may have had a little bit of a moment. There you see the gap has almost doubled, nearing that half a second mark. Mark Truxell is stepping away from the field now as we get about 20 laps into this green flag run. David Bradford making a move on the inside of 1. He's able to make the pass, grab the position, and move him back to 3rd place in his 46 machine. Trying to step away from Hunter Kent now. Hunter tucked right up underneath that rear spoiler. That's going to allow the 56 of Will Jones to gain some ground. The rest of the field begins to fall back further and further away from this top 5 breakaway. And as the field begins to stretch out, we'll go up high above the track, looking down at a few of the drivers. Tonight's aerial coverage being provided to you by Mug Root Beer. Shout out, thanks to all the guys over there at Mug Root Beer for all the delicious drinks that I absolutely devour. Give me a bag of chips and some Mug Root Beer. I'm good to go. All these great, wonderful shots being provided by Mug Root Beer here tonight. Stop by, grab one, crack the can open, have at it. Under fire now from the 46 of David Bradford is the 25 of Bobby Hamilton Jr. He's trying to maintain that position off of turn 2. Now down the backstretch, Bradford with a big run. Looking to the inside, half a lane underneath Hamilton Jr. He's not going to be able to clear him or pass him to get it done. Still just kind of following in the footsteps in those tire tracks of the 25 is that 46. Now looking to the inside on entry to 3. He's going to stay right there, tucked behind him on the bottom lane. .46 of Bradford still down there on the bottom lane, trying to make the pass on Bobby Hamilton Jr. as they enter turns 3 and 4. Inside lane looking like it's going to inch ahead just slowly, but Jr. hanging right on that quarter panel there on the outside. Losing some ground. Bradford to second. Move Hamilton Jr. back to third, but the fight is not over yet. Bobby Hamilton Jr. trying to make the pass again. Coming off of turn 2 now. Does he have a run down the backstretch? We'll have to see if he's able to use it going into turn 3. No, he's not. Loses a little bit of ground actually entering turn 3. That's going to allow Bradford to start concentrating and setting his sights out for your race leader, Mark Truxell, who has absolutely stepped away from the field. 1.5 seconds is your gap from your race leader, Mark Truxell, here in the 5 on screen. Back to your second place runner, the 46 of David Bradford. Channing Ballou still dropping through the field after a great start to today's race, all the way back into the 7th position. And here you see it, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Truxell started on pole, still leading the race, hasn't left it since the drop of the green flag. Give all 27, make that 28 laps to this fast number 5 of Mark Truxell. Field really beginning to spread out now. Your top 5 is about 4 seconds away from your race leader. 1.5 seconds back to second, 2.3 to third, 3 seconds to fourth, and 4.2 seconds is the distance between Truxell and the 5th place runner, the 7 of Hunter Kent. So Field being put on notice here early in the race that Truxell is not letting up. Gonna jump back through the pack here. Have a lot of side-by-side great racing action going on back here. Whoa, car getting loose, trying to save it. Does he have it? Wiggling a ton on entry there was Quentin Murdoch. Excellent job saving that car right there. My goodness, big moment there for Jason Spear, Channing Blue, Justin Napier, and Alan DeFries. All very sketchy and on their toes right there, coming down the backstretch that time by. Still battling it out. Nothing really changing and going on up front. David Bradford has been able to close the gap by about 2/10 over the past 2 laps. Fastest man on track that time by was David Bradford, running a 30.76 to your race leaders 30.74. Actually, times just changed right when I was going through that. Scratch that, a 7.4 for your race leader and a 0.80 for Bradford that time by. So Mark Truxell finding a little bit more in his tank and has begun to open that gap back up ever so slightly. Back up at the front, 3rd and 4th, Bobby Hamilton Jr. in 3rd. Will Jones in 4th, his 56 machine coming on strong here later in this green flag run. 33 laps since the drop of the green flag. 84 laps left to go here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway. And are we beginning to see the effects of some of these drivers maybe racing a little too hard on these new tires, on the new tire model? Or has some of them just kind of been playing it safe, seeing where this thing goes? Either way, Mark Truxell enjoys the view, enjoys what he sees in his rear view mirror, and that is nothing. We are with the closest battle on track. This is for the 3rd position between Bobby Hamilton Jr. and his 25 Ford Mustang, trying to keep the position away from the fast 56 of Will Jones and his Chevy Z01 Camaro. There you see Chevy power on the bottom, motoring on by that Ford Mustang. Rejoining your race leader, the 5 of Mark Truxell. There you see 1.5 seconds ahead of David Bradford, who is currently running in second position. Jump back here because look just in front of Truxell, and you will see a lapped machine coming up. Will this have an effect on the gap in the distance between these two drivers? We'll jump on board here with the 5 of Mark Truxell as he makes his way by the lapped car of Mickey Spear and his 23 machine. Now David Bradford finds himself almost 2 seconds back. He's going to have to make haste with that lap machine of Spear if he's going to want to try to do anything with this 5 of Truxell, who has just been on an absolute tear here tonight. Just another great onboard camera shot brought to you by the guys over there at Mug Root Beer. Thanks for all the help getting all the cameras and angles and situations worked out for us. We do appreciate it here at Turn 3 Racing Network. And trying to work on that. Let's see. We'll see what happens here. Getting a little inside information in my ear from the production team. Trying to do some things real quick, see if it helps out on a couple aspects. We'll see. Let me know if that fixes some of the issue. Nonetheless, we're going to keep on motoring on here at Texas Motor Speedway for the Superior Class Auto Racing Mug Root Beer 117 at Texas Motor Speedway. Leaders hitting pit road. Mark Truxell on pit road. Jason Spear on pit road. Alan DeFries on pit road. Ooh, do apologize. DeFries, Spear all still on track. Multiple callers on and off of pit road, though. Bobby Hamilton Jr. has hit pit road and came back off. 46 of David Bradford also on and off of pit road. Alan DeFries now onto pit road. Mark Truxell still sitting in his box, though. We'll have to wait and see. Will that 46 machine of Bradford be able to assume the race lead by hitting pit road a little bit earlier than Truxell? We'll have to wait until everything shakes itself out on timing and scoring, but I do believe this man on screen now, caution is out on track. And oh my goodness, where was it? What happened here? We'll have to wait, see if we see anything going on. May have been the 88 of Channing Ballou. Yes, it was. We'll take a look back real quick with our Turn 3 replay. Well, we'll back it up a little further. Looks like, hard impact. He's definitely going to have to use that fast repair. We'll take one more look, see what happens here. Looks like he may have blew a tire. That car rolling over, not looking right in the front end through that corner there. Switched it just as there you see a little bit of damage already, and there you see it rolling over flat right front for the 88 of Channing Ballou, and then the car just wouldn't work, and around he goes for a ride. Woo-wee. My goodness. Back up front with your race leader, Jason Spear, being shown as the race leader. He stayed out, extended that green flag run. He is on pit road right now. Thomas McMullen, Daryl Spear also getting laps back, I do believe. We'll have to wait and see if Bradford's able to make his way by. He comes down pit road, so that is going to give that should give Jason Spear your race lead when all is said and done. Timing and scoring is showing Thomas McMullen in the 52 machine as the race leader, but I believe a lot of those drivers will be receiving a waiver round or pitting this time by. We'll have to wait and watch Thomas here, see what he does as he's making his way towards pit road. See if he actually stops on pit lane. And Daryl Spear also yet to pit. Channing Blue has not pitted yet either. So 3 drivers still yet to hit pit road. There you see the 52 machine making his way to pit road. Mark Truxell looks like, due to David Bradford hitting pit road for a second time, looks like Mark Truxell is eventually going to be the one to inherit the race lead. My goodness. Whew. This is very confusing. Caution coming out just at the right time. Looks like it's all over the board. A lot of drivers out here on track in front of your race leader, Jason Spear. That's who is going to inherit this race lead. A ton of cars are going to be taking a waiver round. Mark Truxell will find himself in second. David Bradford will be in third, I do believe. Bradford now getting the second position as the officials handling all the timing and scoring and position lineup, all that granding. Yeah, I would hate to do that. That's a lot to look through all of the timing sectors and see where every single car was when that caution came out. Simply because, we were in the middle, nearing the end of green flag pit stops. So cars down a lap, fresh tires, some cars no tires yet. So a lot of things to look through and look over to get the restart lineup correct. Hats off to all the guys over there in the admin side up in the box, making sure everybody gets to where they are supposed to be. Pace car lights are off. Lap 48 coming to 49 when we go back. Green flag racing. 117 laps was the scheduled distance for tonight's race. 70 laps to go. 69 when we hit the line. Jason Spear on a gutsy call inherits the lead. David Bradford in second. Thomas McMullen in his 52 lines up in the third position. Pace car is off. We are set to go back green. Leader hits the restart line. He fires off and we are green flag racing once again here at Texas Motor Speedway. David Bradford in the 46 with a great start on the outside. He has Thomas McMullen right behind him. They are trying to make that outside work. Now McMullen goes to the inside lane, helping Spear down the back stretch, still side by side for first through fourth. Race lead still not decided yet. Who will get it at the line? The 46 of David Bradford inches ahead of Jason Spear to lead that last time by, trying to make that high line work, but it is going to be a tough job. Inside line did have the momentum. Now it looks like the 32 of Daryl Spear goes to the bottom trying to help Jason Spear out, but David Bradford has made that outside lane work and has captured the lead of this race. Side-by-side racing action for third in a hot spot back around fifth position. Bobby Hamilton Jr., Quentin Murdoch, Mark Truxell, Will Jones, all right there battling it out from 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And judging off of what I've heard from a lot of drivers during happy hour was clean air, clean air, clean air. And oh, you seen a little bit of dust coming up through the corner there. That could be some issues beginning to unfold for that 83 machine of Jason Spear as he's trying to maintain that second position. But as I said, clean air is absolutely everything with this new aero package, and especially on a track here like Texas Motor Speedway where you are just wide open the majority of the time. Dirty air, you'll find yourself half throttle, three-quarter throttle just to try to get the thing to keep turning. A lot of drivers try to set the car up to be a little more dirt track style with this new aero package, but battle raging on. Three-car battle now for fourth position. Jason Spear has got his hands full with Thomas McMullen, Daryl Spear, Bobby Hamilton Jr., all right there creeping into the picture, trying to put their machines at the front of the field. Bradford now leading his 7th lap of tonight's race, being presented to you by Mug Root Beer on Turn 3 Racing Network. And the man liking what he is seeing in his rear view mirror is your race leader, the 46 of David Bradford, stepping out to a 1.3 second lead over the field as they battle it out for second, third, fourth. Bobby Hamilton Jr. now running in fourth, Daryl Spear in fifth right there as well, battling with the 56 of Will Jones. Field still not settled after your first and only restart so far here tonight, as these drivers have done an absolute amazing job. Only one caution here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway, side by side, 2 rows deep. That is for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th positions. And Chris Mathis, I believe, yes, 1 lap down in the 19 machine. I was wondering where Chris was at on the screen as far as the timing scoring being displayed up there on your left-hand side. He is running just in front of your second-place runner, Thomas McMullen, but I couldn't see him up there listed, so I was a little bit confused for a second. And for all of you that know me, confusing me is not a very hard thing to do. And David Bradford has absolutely loved what has happened on this restart. He is now out to almost a 2-second lead over your field. There you see the distance all the way back to that 52 machine of Thomas McMullen. And Bradford I guess you can say wisely now in hindsight. We all know hindsight is 2020, but that short pit allowed him to get back out in front of Mark Truxell and position himself, luckily, at the right place to be able to hit pit road yet again and still come out and battle only one car for this race lead. He got himself in that clean air and has absolutely stepped away from the field. 2.3 seconds now is the gap back to second. And here you see Jason Spear trying to make the pass once again on that 52 of Thomas McMullen. Bobby Hamilton Jr. right there as well, lurking. Will Jones, Hunter Kent, Darrell Spear, all right in the mix with each other. While we have a little bit of time here tonight, gonna go ahead and do a little bit of house cleaning as we hit lap 63 out of 117 here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway, race number 8 for the Superior Class Auto Racing League on iRacing.com. 17 cars took to the grid today. 16 cars still out there running. Channing Ballou and his 88 machine not able to continue after blowing that right front and having that trip down the back stretch. He finds himself out of this race in 17th position. Top 10 on track, still on the lead lap. The 19 of Chris Mathis is the first car, one lap down, and he is right in front of, well, almost the entire field. Only driver in front of him is that 46 of David Bradford, your race leader. 2.6 seconds out in front of this field, and you've got to start wondering how much more patient will this 52 of Thomas McMullen be with the lap down machine of Chris Mathis. He's going to have to try to make his way on by, and Jason Spear now takes the position away from McMullen, who finds himself 3 wide off of turn 4. Hamilton Jr. on the bottom, Hunter Kent in the center. McMullen now rooted out of the way as Bobby Hamilton Jr. takes that position away. Hunter Kent looking to follow suit, and there is 2 more cars lined up trying to freight train that 52 machine going down the backstretch. Your leader now out to a little over. Make that 3.5 seconds now over the 83 of Jason Spear running in second. We are watching the battle on track from second back to about, I don't know, that's about 6th. Mark Truxell running in the 7th position just behind the 52 of Thomas McMullen, who was running in second, got rooted up and forced outside and gave up a ton of track positions. The 71 of Alan Dufresne also 1 lap down. He's trying to get up there to the 19 of Chris Mathis and battle for that lucky dog position should we have another caution here tonight as we close in on the end of this race. Only 49 laps left in race number 8 here at Texas Motor Speedway for the Superior Class Auto Racing League. And man, I tell you, that battle is getting heated up between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. They have finally done away with that 19 machine, the lap down car of Chris Mathis. That's going to put Mathis in the clutches of Alan Dufresne as he is trying to become the lucky dog recipient should we have that dreaded yellow fly once again here at Texas Motor Speedway. Not been an issue here tonight only one caution. There you see it being brought to you here tonight by Cameron Hagman Photography. And, I mean, what more can you ask out of a race? Only one caution in 71 laps, around a very tight, and when I say tight, I mean the time in scoring is very, very tight on lap times. Fortunately, the 46 of David Bradford has been able to build a gap from the side-by-side racing through the field behind him. Otherwise, lap times are still pretty much right on top of each other. Your race leader that time by ran a 30.42. Closest man to him ran, it looks like a .53. So only a tenth faster is Bradford, but he has got a 4.3 second race lead over the field. And now we see, since doing away with some of the lapped cars, looks like Jason Spear has found some speed. Hunter Kent has also followed suit, leaving Bobby Hamilton Jr. back there to deal with the lap machine of Alan DeFries right on his rear bumper. A lot of the field gapped up but grouped together. I know that made no logical sense. Gapped up but grouped together. Yeah, we're just going to leave that alone. About a half a second between the majority of your track positions as they run right now. Lap 75 out of 117 here tonight. And man, I tell you, I know they're going to have to start looking to hit pit road within the next 10 laps or so. But I don't think you're going to be able to short pit enough to make up that distance, that time, 4.2 seconds. I mean, that is going to be a monster of a feat to try to overcome. As you've seen David Bradford way out in the distance as Bobby Hamilton Jr. was coming off of turn 2. Bradford already heading off into turn number 3. So the field, I mean, it from your race leader is spread out tremendously, but you have a lot of cars running all within a few tenths of each other throughout the rest of the field. Jason Spear still running in second, trying to maintain the position over the 7 of Hunter Kent. We'll have to see if he's able to do so over the next few laps. We'll keep our eye on your race leader as well. Nothing going on up there. Time starting to back off just a little bit, maybe saving some fuel here. Is that 46 of Bradford, as the time has dropped to now just 4 seconds of a race lead over your second place runner, the 83 of Jason Spear. And man, I'm telling you, green flag pit stops are looming, and it's going to be close from here on whether or not they can make it on just this last stop. A few drivers may be looking to stretch this thing on out a handful of laps further to try to make this a one stop from here. We are watching one of the closest battles on track between the 83 of Jason Spear and the 7 of Hunter Kent. Battle is for the second and third position down the back stretch. Kent goes in hot pursuit of that 83 machine. Gap has been fluctuating back and forth between these two drivers, but I tell you what, we're going to jump back for this 5th, 6th, 7th position. There you see small gaps in between all of your drivers. 5 of Mark Truxell, your pole sitter, early race leader, led about 41 laps out of tonight's race. Found himself in the wrong place, wrong time when a caution flew under green flag pit stop conditions. And that has allocated him back towards the rear of the field, slowly making his way back up as we've got drivers hitting pit road. Bobby Hamilton Jr. hitting the line. Did he get it woed up enough? We'll have to wait and see. That's going to give the 5th position to the number 5 of Truxell as he is trying to overcome a massive time deficit right now, inching closer and closer to the 8 seconds of a gap to your front runner, David Bradford, and his 46 machine. Mark Truxell now also looking towards pit road. We'll look and keep an eye on your race leader, Bradford, as he makes his way back down the backstretch. Bradford is hitting pit road this time by. Looks like Jason Spear, Hunter Kent also hitting pit road. Thomas McMullen electing to stay out on track. A few more laps. Will that play into his hands if we have another caution as we did the last time under green flag pit stop conditions? We'll just have to wait and see how it all shakes out. Will Jones, David Bradford sitting on pit road, being shown in the 3rd position, but Will Jones right there on that rear bumper of Thomas No, I apologize. Ugh. Thomas McMullen is just off in the distance a little bit. Alan DeFries is right there in front of Will Jones as some of the cars making their way off of pit road now. When will your race leader hit pit road? He has been able to put David Bradford down a lap. Only 2 cars out on track yet to pit. Leading the field is Thomas McMullen. Will Jones also hits pit road this time by, so we'll keep our eye on this man right here who may possibly reassert himself as your race leader. Alan DeFries in the 71 machine yet to hit pit road. 42 laps of green flag running on his 4 tires. They have got to be screaming, change me, change me. And he is not going to change them just yet. He's going to stay out yet another lap back to the point, the 46 of David Bradford. Gonna go with another onboard shot brought to you by Mug Root Beer here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway for race number 8 for the Superior Class Auto Racing League on iRacing.com. The world's #1 racing simulator, all cars and tracks scanned to laser precision and perfection. If you want to wheel it, they've got it. If you want to crash it, won't cost you $1 million either. iRacing.com. Come check them out. And you see your race leader closing in now on a few of the drivers running to the rear of the field. That was the 40 of Jeff Napier, now going down what will be a 3rd lap here tonight. 11 cars are still on the lead lap as we get closer and closer to bringing this thing to an end. 29 laps left to go around this fast 1.5 mile track at Texas Motor Speedway. Jason Spear has not been able to close the distance, close the gap at all on your race leader, David Bradford, has actually extended his lead from 4 seconds now, ever so slightly under the 7-second mark. But the battle on track, we're going to go back here to this one. There you see it. 4 cars battling, 3 cars, I should say, for position. That 19 of Chris Mathis is being scored 1 lap down. How patient will these lead lap cars be, as that is a battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th between Kent, Hamilton Jr., and Spear. Looking on board now with the 7 of Hunter Kent as he is making his way around turn 1 and 2 down the back stretch now. And cars fanning out, trying to get around that 19 of Chris Mathis, who's still being scored as the first car 1 lap down. But the 32 of Daryl Spear is very much in danger, and caution is out. Alan Dufries with some trouble. We'll take a look back on our replay. There you see him already into the wall, spinning a little bit. I believe that was coming off of pit road. May have clipped the apron here. We'll see what happens as he makes his way into turns 1 and 2. Looks like everything seems to be fine. Little bit of contact with that outside wall, and he pancakes that driver's side. That is going to do some harm to his machine. However, he does have a fast repair in pocket, so he will be able to use that, get that machine fixed up, back out there on track. He was still on the lead lap and may, fortunately, be able to keep himself on the lead lap, and that's going to play into the hands of the 19 of Chris Mathis. You've seen him fighting hard to be that lucky dog, and he was able to do so. He's going to receive the wave around this time by when the leaders hit pit road. I do believe everybody will hit pit road, even though it was only about 10 laps before they last pitted. They're going to hit pit road, top it off, go ahead and more than likely throw 4 freshies back on top of it. We'll have to wait and see if David Bradford and his crew can get the job done late here in the race from Texas Motor Speedway. Down and away is the field. Oh my goodness, the 56 has been able to get the job done. Hats off to his crew chief. Throwing a monkey wrench at the field. 2-tire stop for Will Jones in that 56 machine. But I ask myself this, with 24, gonna be about 22 laps left. When we go back green flag racing, is that too long of an ask out of only 2 fresh right side tires? We'll have to wait and find out. But the 56 of Will Jones did pit about 7 laps before that caution came out, so he already has pretty fresh left sides on. We'll have to wait and see if it's enough to keep him up front, or will David Bradford or Hunter Kent be able to make their way back to the race lead. Working the end of caution number 2 here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. There you see it, 7 laps under caution. 5 lead changes in tonight's race at Texas Motor Speedway. David Bradford has led the most laps with 43. Mark Truxell right there with 41. Will Bradford be able to inch his way a little bit further in front for the most laps led here tonight? We'll wait and see. Will Jones in the 56 machine will bring the field back to the green flag here. Lights are off on the Ford Mustang. The field goes down into turn 3 and 4. Pace car is off, and we're green flag once again. Will Jones wastes no time hitting the loud pedal, and off we go. Once again, David Bradford now dealing with Hunter Kent to his inside. Bobby Hamilton Jr. now looking side by side with the 46 of Bradford. Put him into third. Bradford dealing with the outside now, getting left way out there at the top of the track. And it looks like Hunter Kent went up there and manned his way. Oh, Bradford into the wall just a little bit. Right down the track, right behind Bobby Hamilton Jr. Now Hunter Kent with the race lead. Caution is out once again. And I believe Chris Mathis, yes, he has went around. We'll take a look back at the turn 3 replay right here. See what happened with that 19. There you see pancaking that right side on the outside wall. No! Oh my! That could have been big for a few drivers right there. He was coming back up on track. Luckily, he was able to spin it backwards in slight contact. Car not torn up too bad, but being torn up is not what you want, especially late in the race. I mean, we are talking 19 laps left to go here tonight. And I highly doubt anybody will be hitting pit road. And Will Jones in that 56 machine, he lost 2 positions in 2 laps by only having those fresh right side tires. Wonder if him and his crew chief talking that strategy over, will they decide to come and get 4? Looks like we have a faker, if not a taker. Nobody hitting pit road. Looks like we've got one on pit road now. That's going to be the 83 of Jason Spear. He's going to give up a lot of positions. And it does look like we will end up having, I believe, 14 cars back on the lead lap of tonight's race here at Texas Motor Speedway, being brought to you by Mug Root Beer and all the drivers over at Superior Class Auto Racing League on iRacing.com. Whew. I'll tell you what, things about to get crazy. Business is about to pick up. Things are about to happen. Drivers going to be more willing to put their car in places that they weren't so keen to put it earlier in the race. Laps are winding down. 17 when we cross the line this time by. That's gonna put 99 laps in the books. 101. I can't count. There's 17 laps to go. I know that. That's all that matters. 2 to go here before we go back. Green flag racing, so we will step away for just a brief moment. Actually, let's see if we can get a hold of your race leader, Hunter Kent, trying to see if I can see him anywhere here. There you go. I got him now. Let's see if we can't get in a word or two with your current race leader, the 7 of Hunter Kent. Hunter, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, fellas?
What's going on, buddy?
Nothing much. Just gonna try and keep this clean air.
Well, man, you made a great move on that last restart. Has your crew chief been in your ear? Got anything special for this restart here?
Basically just try to keep it out front, man. Clean air is king here, so if we can keep it out front and block the big runs, we'll see what we got here at the end. It's gonna be hard though. I know a lot of these guys are fast, and should be fun though.
All right, bud. Well, we've got the 1 to go, so we'll let you go here. But you want to give any shout-outs, thank you, love yous, anything like that before we do?
Yeah, shout out to my buddy Connor for watching the stream, and everybody over at the shop at BRR. You guys for putting on the broadcast, and David and Bobby for putting on this league. So we'll see what happens. Try to put on a good show for all you guys.
All right, well, good luck. Elbows up.
Thank you.
There you have it. That was your current race leader, the 7 of Hunter Kent. He's going to have control of the field when the pace car ducks off this time by. We will be back green flag racing with only 15 laps left to go here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway. But he is going to have the 25 of Bobby Hamilton Jr. just to his outside on this restart. David Bradford going to be stuck outside as well. The 56 of Will Jones just behind your race leader. Pace car is off. On the gas once again, and Hunter Kent has stepped away. Bobby Hamilton Jr. spinning the tires just a little bit. Will Jones also not having the greatest restart. That's going to allow Hunter Kent to build almost a 0.2 of a second gap as they make their way back down the backstretch. And Bradford looking to the inside. Kent has to block, go to the bottom. That's going to allow Will Jones a little bit of momentum on the outside. Right there running on his rear quarter panel, trying to side draft and slow down that 7 machine as much as he can. Close battling on track now with Justin Napier, David Bradford. My goodness, look how close those cars are through 1 and 2. Back down the backstretch, Hunter Kent on the... Oh, caution is out. Back in the back, we have a car spinning. I believe that is Jason Spear. Not sure how hard the contact is. We'll go back, take a look at this one more time on our Turn 3 replay. See what happens here with the 83 of Spear. Looks like a little bump drafting gone wrong with the 19 of Chris Mathis, and that's going to spin the 83 right up in front of that 52 of Thomas McMullen. Thomas had absolutely nowhere to go. We'll take a look from Thomas's point of view on what he's seen. There you see the 83 just right in front of him, turned right in front of him. Nowhere to go from McMullen. Tough break for him and his crew as the field being slowed down once again as we have had another caution late here in the race. But will this man right here be able to continue to get the job done with all these late race restarts? He hits pit road. Will Jones stays out on track. David Bradford stays on track. Quentin Murdoch, I believe, is staying on track as well. Interesting decision there from the 7 crew. Justin Napier on pit road. Chris Mathis, Thomas McMullen, Steve Murdoch, Jason Spear, Colt Ansley, all electing to hit pit road. So your top 7 as they run right now, deciding to stay out on track. your race leader, new race leader late here. 12 laps to go. The 56 of Will Jones, followed by the 46 of David Bradford, the 8 of Quentin Murdoch, the 25 of Bobby Hamilton Jr. Rounding out your top 5 is the 71 of Alan DeFries. Man, it is it's getting down to the nitty gritty. That is for sure here tonight. Looks like we had another driver hitting pit road. That is Daryl Spear and his 32 crew coming down to get some service done to his machine. Try to give him some fresh tires, maybe make up some time here, as we're only going to have, I believe, 10 laps to go when the green flag drops for our latest restart. Once again, going to visit the house cleaning section up here in Turn 3 Racing Networks booth. 17 cars started tonight's race. 16 cars still running. 14 cars still on the lead lap, running in 15th. The 23 machine of Mickey Spears finds him. Mickey Spear, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Spears. Anyways, the 23 of Mickey Spear is running in the 15th position. Scored 1 lap down. Jason Napier in the 40 machine being shown 3 laps down. So, I mean, it's really anybody's game here. 7th on back has the freshest tires, 13 laps on the top 6 as far as their tires are concerned, but few drivers are concerned with tires at all, as we have now got 10 laps left to go. But more importantly, the lights on that Ford Mustang have went out, so I'm going to reach over, get me a sip of this mug root beer before all the racing action. I was going to say before I can't talk or take a drink because of all the action that we're probably about to see unfold before our eyes, so bear with me for a moment. All right, here we go. Tuesday night, Turn 3 racing action. Superior Class Auto Racing presented to you by Mug Root Beer. 10 laps to go, 9 when we cross the line. Will the 56 of Will Jones have what it takes to secure a race win? Or will David Bradford get up there, sneak his way into victory lane? Pace car is off. And we're back, green flag racing as Will Jones hits the gas and takes off on a tear. Quentin Murdoch getting the position. Oh, Hunter Kent going around on the front stretch down off of the racing surface. That is not going to be a good end for his race here today. But Will Jones has been able to step away now almost 3 wide as Bradford looks at the apron going into 3 just in front of Bobby Hamilton Jr. Alan DeFries right there still in 5th. Mark Truxell and his 5 machine is in 6th, side by side between Jones and Murdoch as they go back down into turn 1 and 2. Big run from Bradford and Hamilton Jr. looking 3 wide now down the back stretch. No, they go to the top. Quentin Murdoch, only car down there on the bottom lane, now getting help from Bobby Hamilton Jr. That car looking a little bit loose as it touched the white line a few times there through turn 3 and 4. Will Jones stepping away from the field. Close call there from the 46. He's going to slide right across the nose of Quentin Murdoch to take that second position away. Bobby Hamilton Jr. trying to follow suit on the outside. Alan DeFries right behind Quentin Murdoch now, running on that bottom lane. Mark Truxell lurking in the background, still in that 6th position, but Bradford is now all over that rear bumper of the 56 going into turn 1 and 2. He's right about a half a car off of his rear bumper. Lap car is in the distance. That is the 19 of Chris Mathis. Could lap traffic come into play here in the end of the race? And they're going to catch that car probably by the time they enter turn 1 here. Bradford getting a little bit of clean air on his nose as they duck to the bottom. Lap car all the way up near the top of the wall. Off of turn 2, it may get tight between a few of your front running cars and the lap car. Everybody getting by fairly easy. But up front, Bradford has not let go of that rear bumper of Will Jones just yet. Jones doing one heck of a job keeping Bradford at bay with just those 2 fresh tires that he took over 2 cautions ago. And he is maintaining and making it work right now. Bradford still lurking, still looking. Bobby Hamilton Jr. in 3rd, Quentin Murdoch in 4th, trying to make the pass back into 3rd position. Not going to happen this time by. And it looks like Bradford may be waiting, may be holding to get one last run when it matters. Now only 3 laps left to go in tonight's race from Texas Motor Speedway. Big move to the bottom by Bradford. He's got the inside lane side by side through the center of 3 and 4. Right on each other's quarter panels is the 46 and the 56. Off of 4, Bradford to the point. Jones fighting back hard. 2 to go here from Texas Motor Speedway, and Bobby Hamilton Jr. is closing in fast on the 56 of Will Jones. Will he have enough time? Will he have what it takes to get up there and battle Bradford for the win? 2 to go as Bradford enters 3 and 4 this time. Side by side for 2nd place is Hamilton and Jones. Hamilton working his way by, not able to secure the position just yet, and that's going to allow Bradford to skate away just a little bit further. Now running on the inside, Hamilton trying to make the pass. He does on the outside now, down the back stretch for the last time. Checkered flag is being displayed on the front stretch. Out of turn 4 comes the 46. Crossing the line, your race winner here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway, David Bradford in his 46 machine. Bobby Hamilton Jr. slots home in 2nd and in 3rd. The 56 of Will Jones with a great pit strategy, a great call on those 2 tires. He got the track position and was able to capitalize on it. So I tell you what, while the field gets ready to celebrate and get ready for all of our post-race festivities, we're gonna step away for just a brief moment here at Turn 3 Racing Network. Get some things situated and sorted out. We will be right back with all of your post-race driver interviews. Please stick around with us. We'll be right back here from Texas Motor Speedway. thanks for sticking it out. Thanks for staying with us here at Turn 3 Racing Network. Well, another one in the books for the Superior Class Auto Racing League. And we have had the pleasure of catching up with your race winner, the 46 of David Bradford. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing real good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Not as well as yourself, after celebrating in Victory Lane, a heck of a race, bringing it home. I believe you did walk away with the most laps led here today, too. Just tell us a little bit about the race and how it went for you all day, what the strategy was.
Well, the only real strategy was to get out front. Once you get out front, you can kind of control the race. I think we all kind of saw that with Mark at the beginning of the race there. He was able to stretch the lead out on all of us, and man, tire wear was huge. I mean, good God. Some of these guys were coming in on that first stop saying they only had about 8% of their tire left. So tire wear was huge that first part of the race. Once the track blackened up a bit, it kind of, the tire wear didn't become such a huge factor. But that first part of the race there, man, it was really wearing out some tires. I think Channing blew a tire, and then Allen blew another tire trying to stay out to get his lap back. So really it was just all about trying to stay out front and getting that clean air, man. Did what I had to get around Will there and threw a pretty aggressive block getting down there in the one. I figure he's probably not too happy about it, but I did what I had to do to win the race, and I would expect him to do the same to me. Guess that kind of is what it is.
Now, David, you mentioned the blown tires here tonight. There was 2, in fact, blown tires. We know how word travels on pit road. Is that something during the second stint there that maybe your crew chief or spotter was continually to put in your ear, watch the tires, maintain the tires?
I think I was actually pretty easy on the tires that first stint there. I think that's why I dropped back to about 4th or 5th there in that first run and was able to come back up to 2nd. And I think just because I really took it easy on the tires, I think when I came in I still had about 38 to 40% left on the right front. So tire wear wasn't a huge issue for me, just managing the race the right way. Just like I said, managing the race the right way and making sure you don't blow your tires out. And then that second stint there, we didn't have quite as long a run. I think that first run was probably a good, 40 laps or something like that. And I know the second run we kind of split it up, like 30 and 30 or something like that. That was the game plan until the caution came out, and that's kind of when I got, let down a little bit because I had it in the bag at that point, I thought, and never want to see them cautions, but it does make the race more exciting for sure.
Sometimes, yes, it can. Sometimes it can just be chaos. Luckily, we didn't have any chaos. But once again, man, congratulations. Hats off for your race win here today. I would definitely hit the sponsor of your car up for some of that good Crown Royal apple. Gonna feel good celebrating with that. But before we let you go, David, you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, anything like that?
Oh, yeah, I gotta say love you to my girl, Woody's wife. Never met you before, but I do love you. Crown Apple for sure. Good looking car that I came up with, thanks to them guys over there at the paint shop. Bobby and Will for sure. All of us teaming together to run this league, and you guys, of course, for helping broadcast it.
Well, we do appreciate it, and we look forward to catching up with you next time we see you on track.
Appreciate it, man.
There you have it. That was your race winner, the 46 of David Bradford, able to get the job done late on the restarts here from Texas Motor Speedway. Now we will catch up with our second place finisher, the 25 of Bobby Hamilton Jr. Bobby, you got a copy?
Yeah, man.
Hey, buddy, I know it's not where you want to finish, but can't be too mad about coming home in second.
No, not the way, because there for a minute during the race, we were probably a 4th, 5th car, but the arrow was so big. I think we all talked about it before the race with you. It was, if you could get out front, you could just set the pace, no matter what it was. You could save tires. And with the new models that they got with these tires, you almost had to save tires because the track was so aggressive and it would just burn the tires plumb off of them if you went after it. So, um, we really can't complain. I mean, we had a couple practice races all week long, and we were one of the faster cars, and to come out here second, I mean, it is what it is. Take the points and move on, And, we get a week off, then we go to Watkins Glen, and that's really the place you got to survive and be patient. So get out of here with top 5 and try to move on and build some more points.
Now, looking ahead to that Watkins Glen race, we did have 2 tire failures here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. Do you think the road course is going to play any more havoc on the left front, maybe a little bit more than that right front, or do you think the tire wear is not going to be as significant?
No, I think it'd be worse because of it would take so much longer to put so much rubber down on the track, and you're going to have to sling these cars left and right. Plus, with these new tire models, it's really slick first couple laps, and then the way this tire model is now going up through the S's, it's really slick. So you're going to be more aggressive on the throttle and more aggressive on the steering wheel at the same time trying to be smooth, if that makes sense. And as you're trying to, and there too, there's hardly no cautions. So you're going to have long runs. You're going to be forced to make, stupid decisions and stuff like that. So yeah, I think you're going to have more trouble with it. And, I applaud iRacing with this program they got, because it used to be where you can just flat out go. And now you better think about it for a minute. I mean, I know there's a couple times in traffic, I could just feel the right front going away, and I just lifted, and it's too early to worry about it. So, but overall, good win for David. He's been fast all week, and I thought Will had us there he snookered us with 2 tires, and that's another great thing that they done with this new tire model is he had 2 tires and almost won the thing. So that gives you different options. So, but overall, good night. Hopefully got some broadcast time with you guys, and another good show by you guys, another good show from these guys here on our side. So proud of it.
Well, man, with all that being said, congratulations once again, Bobby, on a great run. Ran up front almost the entire race. I don't believe you actually got a lap let in tonight. Maybe one squeezed in there somewhere, but nonetheless, still a great finish. Finishing the race is where it all matters. It don't matter where you start. But once again, congratulations. Second place. You want to give any shout-outs, anything like that before we let you go?
Nah, just like I said, pat on the back to all these guys. They run this series. They're real clean. They're real hard racers, and I'm just glad to be one of the people in this group running with these guys every other week. So other than that, just another good show by you guys, and looking forward to a couple weeks.
All right, we'll catch up with you at the Glen.
Thank you, bud.
There you have it. That was Bobby Hamilton Jr., driver of the 25 machine, coming home in second place here today. Now we've got the opportunity to talk to the 56 of Will Jones. Will, you got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, that 2-tire strategy there at the end by the crew chief and your crew, man, that was almost the winning decision there, man. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, we went a lap down, had a kind of a bad deal with the pit. Caution come out right after we pit and wound up losing a lap, and had to come back through the field, and it was just so hard to pass in dirty air. I just thought that I needed to try something to try to gain some track position, and we, were able to squeak out a top 3. I'd left I had to win, but I knew David was going to be hard to hold off with 4 fresh tires. But like I say, it put us a shot, and if we'd had a little bit shorter run right there at the end, I bet I could have held him off. But the longer we went in that run, the more his 4 tires were going to start to show.
Now, Will, with the new tire model, we did see 2 tire failures. With you being able to take 2 tires in, I believe it was somewhere right around the 20-lap range that last little stint was on those just right-side tires. Is that something you're going to put in the strategy box in the bank kind of for maybe another 1.5-mile track? Should you get a pit stop around the 20-lap mark or so?
Yeah, because I really, if it would have been the old tire model, I probably would have balled up the whole field by taking 2 tires. So I mean, yeah, that's definitely. I mean, especially if it's like a, going to be a 10 or 15, 20 lap shootout. Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely put that in the back of my mind and look forward to maybe trying it somewhere else.
Well, man, I'll tell you what. Gutsy call. I was unsure for a minute, but that's why I'm up here in the booth and not on the crew chief box, because I mean, your crew chief obviously knows more than I do. I was a little unsure about it, but you made it work out, walking out of today's race with a 3rd place. So before we let you go, Will, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, anything like that?
Yeah, thanks to you guys for broadcasting. Y'all do a good job. Thanks for all the guys in the league. Had a really, really clean race tonight. Not a lot of cautions. Congrats to David on the win and racing McLean. I mean, we could easily balled them up, but like I say, all in all, a good night and a good show. Yep, at the Glen. Yes, sir. Have a good one. Thank you.
User was moved out of your channel.
And I completely had my mic muted when I went through that entire running order, so hopefully you've seen it all. Do apologize. Sometimes I just, I forget to hit buttons sometimes up here in the booth, and things happen. Nonetheless, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody out there watching. Wish you the best holiday season. For myself, David Worrell up here in the booth, and everybody at Turn 3, join us next time when we go live once again at the Glen.